that's basically a week ago. Essentially, one of those scenarios where there's going to come on the string of the schools.
Do you guys have any questions while I get set up? I'm almost there. You guys have a good weekend.
We lost 1 hour.
What?
I actually lost 1 hour.
Yeah, we all did, sort of. Yeah. It's actually why I took a late train today. I just couldn't get up. Instead of getting up at 6, it was like I had to get up at 5, essentially. So.
Yeah, and I also heard that they can expand it.
That would be nice. It probably won't happen for a few years.
Yeah, and they say that they're gonna have to use dominant domain.
Oh, to take, yeah.
And this part of my coursework has to be.
Yeah, they always have to, and people don't like that. I can understand when they take your land.
Yeah, by force.
Yeah. All right. So I'm in my virtual. I've got everything sort of set up. The video started. Are you guys ready? I don't want to take too long on showing you how to do the queries, but I want to show you how to do some. So the very last thing is just to run. If you've got the database, you created it. The very last thing is to just run some queries on the data. You got the sample data in, things. So I'm going to go through the process of running this again. So command prompt. And then I need to do CD to go back to root. CD, program files, MongoDB with a 0, O, not a 0. Server 3.4 bin. Okay. It's a long path. And then we need to do Mongo D. And this is the D here is the actual server. We're starting the server. It's not like SQL Server. It's not running all the time. So when I do that, down at the bottom, it says it's waiting for connections. So then we need to start a second command. And it's exactly the same thing. You go back to root, and you do CD program files. I've done this so often I have it memorized now. MongoDB server 3.4 bin, and then this time you do Mongo. And this is the Mongo shell, right? So it's basically a command line shell for talking to Mongo. It's good if you've never, have you guys done command line elsewhere?
Linux a little bit.
Linux a little bit. The thing is, yeah. Oh, hi. How are you doing? Okay. How long are you around?
Till Thursday morning.
Oh, okay.
Anything.
Anyway, more and more things are the command line. Amazing. Computing has spent years trying to get away from the command line, building in all these elaborate graphical interfaces, and now more and more of it's going back to the command line. So it doesn't hurt to get used to this. So I'm going to say use, what did we name it? Show tracker test?
I think so, yeah.
Did I do caps?
That's unclear.
What? Unclear. Let's do. So the thing is, if I didn't use caps, I just created a new database. And then we did db dot, so we had like an artist collection. I think I might have to go back and look, but collection.find. I just want to see if there's data here so that I know. No. Did I do it all lowercase? It's lowercase? Yeah. There's a way I could do this. I have to go notes, but show what databases you have. Was it all lowercase, do you think? Oh, this time it says switch. Well, it says switched. And then db dot artist. Do you remember if it was all lowercase?
I'm pretty sure you just did show tracker as well.
Hey, there, I found it. So I have a capital C. It is case sensitive, which can drive you nuts. So you need to learn to be consistent, which I'm not. As you can tell, I had to go through several things here.
How did you say you can find what the database is?
Well, so to do that, let's go to the GitHub for this. Or not the GitHub, the blog thing I have.
If you do use show tracker and it says switch to
Or you create just create
although one of the things it does is if you don't put anything in a database,
it would say created if it didn't access it, right?
yeah, but if you don't put anything in it, it kind of doesn't save it. I think it's, I'm not sure if it's Conger Prep. Oh, it is. Good. So we don't want MVC. We want Mongo first steps with NoSQL. And one of the things that I wanted to do was I had at the very end, that's get indexes, list databases. DB admin command list databases 1. Yeah. So I'm going to, if I right click, it'll paste and run. That's the problem. So I have admin, I have books, I have local, and I have show tracker test. So this actually begins to show a query. The query criteria are always also JSON. So when I look at, let's say I want to see in the artists, I just want to see one of the artists.
Using the empty parentheses at the end is kind of like using the star, the asterisk.
Right, and empty parentheses means return everything.
Yeah.
But if you want to choose something like, so I am going to do DB artist collection find, and this time what I'll do, instead of an empty parentheses, I'll do a curly brace here. And I need to look at what we have up here. So let's do name. And again, you can, I'm going to do name, colon, and then I will do, just do Lord. It's easy to spell. And then I'll close the parentheses. So this is a real simple, if I press enter, notice it returns just the one record. Or, you know, just the one, so name, Lord, description, genre. Does that make sense? Sort of?
No. This is for the screenshot.
So if I wanted to not return all of these fields, I'll just show that too, and then I'll show a couple of more complicated queries maybe. So I'm going to do name. Yes, I do. Thank you. And I'll do the Lord again. Or actually, let's just do, so how do I do that? Let's just do this for a moment. I was thinking that maybe I would do, I'm going to close that. I'm going to do a comma. And I'm going to just say that I want to see name one, and I should put it, I'm going to put it in quotes, comma, description, one. I do want a one, not a. And then a comma, and I'm going to put, what else do we want to, I'm going to say, let's just do ID, underscore ID, 0. And I'm going to close that, and I'm going to close the curly brace. So the theory here is I want to see, retrieve the record that has Lord, but I only want to see the name and the description and not the ID or anything else. So will that work? Yes, except I still got ID.
And now where did you get the number 1 from? Is that just the first listing under?
No, it's a Boolean, yes or no.
Oh.
So we got Lord and description, but I don't know why the ID still came by. It's not a big deal, but usually if you have to explicitly exclude the ID, and that should have, well, no, I don't know why. I'm going to try one more time with that. Whoa. Actually, I'm going to do that. Let's get the whole thing. I'm doing Control C. That didn't work. It's a pain trying to copy here. All right, so let's put this in quotes. Oh, let me? No, but we could just do this. And I still did the ID. I thought maybe if I quoted it, it would make a difference. But that's not. Look for something else. We had venues, right? Was it venues? Actually, there's another. Let's look at the collections. If I go back here, that was for databases. You could also do, that's indexes. I was looking to see for, let's try get collections just for fun. db dot get collections. No. Oh, that doesn't make sense. I'll have to look that up. Was it venues collection? Anybody remember?
Oops, I've been-
I had an S.
Collections. So that's not it. I think I need to see the collections. So one of the things that's up near the top of this is the Mongo manual. And I'm going to just, in the question part, see if I can do DB collection find. That didn't work. I think I have to give it a name of a collection. Get collection. Why did it not work when I did it before?
The capitalization maybe?
Maybe. That, oh, and I added an
Yeah,
S. That didn't work either. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I just want to see. So it wants a name in there. So clone admin command. I don't want to rename collections. I just want to see the collections. So let's look at this. Return all collections. DB collection find. But that's just to do it. I want to return a list of all collections. Manage index. What?
And show collection.
Shell.
Collection.
Where did you see that command? Is it what? DBL? With a capital C?
Show like SHO.
SH. Oh, show collection. That makes sense, actually. Collections.
Yeah.
And then just a paren.
You didn't have
It should have. Show tracker test show collections. That didn't do anything for me. DB dot. Why is it not? So it just said to say show collections. Let's look again real quickly. And then I'm going to I'll just figure out what my thing was. Well, I don't know. How many variations can there be of venue?
How do you want us to turn in these queries?
So just a screenshot is fine, once we get them. So I don't think it was just venues. What was it? Venues collection with a...
Yeah, it would be here, 'cause I'll probably miss some ones on the field.
I think I did this already. I want to see what I added. Did I post this anywhere?
You did. I thought you did. You posted it to
The other blog?
yes.
I think I did book, but I could do book. The whole point is, let's do use, was it called book or books? It's up
I'm
here.
pretty sure it was both.
It's books.
Yeah.
So let's look at, so I do D dot, was it book collection? Find, nope, db dot book collection, find, there's some books. And we have a couple of, so what I want to do, we did where we for a particular author. We could do that here again. Or we could do, let's say we want to, well, first let's just look for an author. Okay, so DB book collection.
You got an extra.
I do, it's interesting. Book.
It's Halloween. It's
Ooh.
So you could do, let's say we want to have a couple of things. We want to say author, anyone, so Neil Gaiman is in there twice, so let's do, even though he's actually wrongly attributed in one. And we could do the year, but let's say that the year is 2015. Say we wanted to know just the books that came out in 2015. So that gives us two conditions, right? And it should return just the one book, right? And it did. So each condition is basically, it's hard to see, but each condition is essentially a pair, the field and the value and the field and the value. And if we show you that it'll work if it's in an array. I'm just going to real quickly just do DB book. I think I did this before. Book collection, find I'm going to do, again, the curly brace, and this time I'm just going to do author. And it is case and in the curly returns both, and it returns is falsely attributed, but in a array. So you get the fact that the author is in an array. Does that make sense? But let's do. I could do this where I do it when I say on all of the books that published the year is after greater than. I'm looking here. Got 1937. So greater than 2012. So DB and then book collection dot find. All the queries pretty much will be dot find, and then inside of it you do the basically just do the pair. And I want to go back to my I should have done the Mongo manual on another page. How many searches did I do there? There we go. And then I went too far. All right, so we just go to NoSQL, first steps of NoSQL. Okay. Down here, there's an example of doing that, and I need to. So this is actually the exact thing we would want, except I'm going to change the year. Oh. So let's do year, colon. I was going to do it, but and then we do, and I'm going to say what our year is 20, set greater than 2012. Now, with luck, that'll work. Year is the field, and GT is the $ GT is a function, greater than, right? So it's going to look for a year that is greater than 2012, and it will convert that to a number if we're lucky. And notice this is 2015. Is it the only one greater than 2012? We could do the same thing with less than. Let me zoom this up a little bit. I know this is really hard to read and follow, but it's in kind of in the blog, and so I'm going to do book collection, find, and I'm not going to go on too much longer about this. I'll look and see in what I ask you to ask about, and then see if we can do. So let's do year, colon. The criteria here again, so I can do a $, I think it's LT for less than. Let's find the ones that are less than 2012. 2012. Close, close, close. And I got 2 this time, and this one was 1937, and this one was 2008. So a lot of your function, there's a lot of functions here. How do you know what they are? You'd have to go to that GitHub, not GitHub, the Mongo documentation and just basically find it. There's also things for sum and average and all of those things as well. So let's look at the assignment real quickly, just to see what kinds of questions I asked you to ask. And then we'll see if there's anything in specific I need to show you, and then I'll let you get going. And this is the last thing we have to do. There are the 3 quizzes for the different sections, but other than that, it's just the assignments. All right, so I need to go to Canvas.
Once you make that, I just wanna remember. Yeah.
So in 220, just go to modules, it's faster. Test queries. So most of these are just simple pairs. You know, what artists are considered to be in a genre. Remember how when we did artists, we did a list of genres? So if you just did a genre and chose one, it would pull back the artists that are there. What fans follow those artists? Remember that in the fans, when we did that, we did a list of artists.
So I had a question about that one.
Yeah.
How do you search for an array? So if you find.
You don't search for an array, you
You'd have
search
to do
for
them
a value, and it will find it in the array.
But as far as like, I'm having trouble doing a search for more than one band at a time that you're following.
I would only, so there is a way to do or.
Yeah, if I try to do multiples, it won't work. I have to do the search for the band separately.
I was just thinking single artists. What shows exist for these artists? What are all the shows for a particular venue? Those are fairly easy queries, but let me try the or.
Because like I chose a genre with multiple artists.
Right. But that's okay.
But I was finding, I had to run 2 separate.
You're going to. There's no such thing as joins. You're going to have to run separate queries. That might be the thing. In a relational database, you could write a query that would bring it all back at once. In this one, you have to bring them back separate queries. It is possible to do an or, though. Do I have a... That's greater than. It might be in, let's go to Mongo database 2. That's updates. Set price. This is, we're looking for product 1, price 1, quantity available. That does the multiplications. I'm looking to, I thought I had an or example. All right, we can always go to the okay, users find status A. In, you could use an in. Less than status A, age, that's 2 different criterias. Age, type 1. I guess that's an or. Oh, I see how it is. This one has at the beginning the function or. So if you needed to search for multiple criteria,
Mm,
but if it's multiples of the same kind,
it gets pretty funky too, doesn't it?
there's an N. And then you could list all the values with the N function. This is the field status.
Mhm.
And it's in, and then it's a list of the values. And so if the value is in this list, it will return it.
Okay.
That's another way you could do it. But I was actually thinking of just returning single queries. But you can get really sophisticated on the queries here, but it's all jQuery.
In trying to find a show existing for an artist, the show that the artist is playing, I inserted the show artist as an array. There's multiple artists. And it was
Sure.
one where you showed us how to do a time for each one too.
Right. Oh, so you might have
Within that
to.
array, we put it under name.
So let me look. I think what you need to do there is in a sub-object, right?
Yeah. Pulling something out of an array.
So here we have the reviewer. Sit on 3. I'm going to do query a sub-object. I've done it. I'm trying to remember. As you can probably tell, I'm a lot less familiar with Mongo than with the relational databases. This is sort of new to me too. Query documents. How do I query documents? Top level fields, query with query operators. Let's see. So here there's a sub-object here, like with the size. And an OR conditions, so that didn't help. Query an array, query an embedded, well, that's embedded documents. So I think it's kind of like, we did this with, so did I enter, I don't think I did this here. Did I do a shows collection?
Oh,
No. Show collection? No. db.show. Did we call a person collection? I wish I remembered. I said nobody remembers what I named anything.
No.
That's why it's good to do it in Notepad.
Yes, and I think I did do it in Notepad, but I don't know that I did it in the virtual. Maybe I did. Actually, documents.
I'm not so sure about it. Oh, you can try it. And if you can- Oh, that's what I said.
So I have this, but I don't have the actual. I do it as person? Do I do it just as person?
I know. So I know it's pretty. So I like, you were really here.
That's how we.
Yeah, that's how we did it.
As for the design, it's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But not.
That's just the way it comes. It is a show.
So I have things here, but I'm not seeing the, I should have just created a new database for today. Just run it again.
It should be basically.
Nobody knows. So show collection, I've tried everything. db.show.find. One should document. So I'm not doing it. So let's enter a show. Let's create a db.shows.insert. We're going to create it. Maybe I have a different table.
We're debating about that.
All right. So the show, this is to answer your question. The show has an internal object called artist. Like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the show, and maybe I'll add to make another show.
Well, and my question was specifically like when you're querying the artist, like, so one of your questions is what shows exist for those artists.
Right.
And so how do you just pull?
So you could bring in, we could do like, we got pseudopod here. Let's do another show. So I'm going to insert these two, Control C, Control V. I'm going to make this as an ID of 2. I don't care about that. Pseudo show, pseudopod 2. Everything else could be this. Let's change this to something else. Who would enter? Just some other band. Right? Matchbox.
The number, Matchbox.
Matchbox 20.
Yes. 21 pilots. Matchbox 20.
Matchbox.
Keep it in the 20s.
All right, so we've got 2 shows. I'm going to put a square bracket here, a comma here, and a square bracket here. Hopefully I haven't got any typos.
So you put the whole thing in.
Yeah, I'm just going, yeah, I did. I'm going to copy it. The whole point of this is just to show you how to query it, though.
Yeah, because it wasn't pulling, I think it was throwing it off that I had inserted it in an array labeled under name as well.
Right.
So then I tried to search for it and put the name in the second set of curly braces.
So I have an error. What error do I have? Oh, I see it. All right, so I left out a comma. So I'm going to put the comma back in there. I'm going to run it again. So I put in those 2 records. So we want to see, do we want pseudopod, or we could do one of the other ones? I'm going to do db.shows.find find, and we want it for a particular artist. So we need to do artist,
Oh,
colon, and then we need to do another curly brace, and we need to do name, colon, and do we want to do pseudopod? Or let's do Matchbox 20 because there's only one of those. Close that, close that, close that.
No, that's exactly what I tried, and it still didn't work as my second.
Syntax error.
Yeah, that's exactly the same error I got.
What is it that I'm missing here? So it's artist, name. I know I've done this.
yes. The error. Try to do two. Yeah, the magic touch.
So it has here, like in stock, that's this, right? Oh, and then it has an array there too, but this is still, yeah, and that's fine. It should be an array. In stock, warehouse.
Oh, okay.
We're not
So
doing
that-
it. Yeah, no.
Why didn't that work? That should work.
Oh, no, sorry. No, go ahead.
Oh, I know what's wrong with that. It isn't the logic. It's a curly brace. No.
Oh, no, what you just wrote is exactly what I wrote.
With this,
Yeah.
so it didn't find, oh, that's because
There's a space between the X and the 20.
it's also, shows.
Yeah, no, that's the same syntax I used that didn't work. Sorry, I thought you had done that first time.
It's the first time I made a mistake with
Yeah, you
that.
missed that first curly brace, but yeah, that's how I did it. I embedded that in the second set of curly braces, so we do it.
It doesn't matter.
Did I leave Matchbox 20? There is a space there.
Yeah.
Still didn't do it. It didn't error that time, it just didn't do it.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, you know, but then I spelled artist wrong. Still didn't work. Did I spell everything right this time?
Is the space before the name?
What?
Space before name?
Shouldn't matter. Oh, you know, well, it might, but I don't think that would matter. Let's try one more time.
Two T's.
I don't think like white space.
You got two T's in artist though.
I don't think that space should matter, but
That's on the show.
yeah. Still isn't working. Why isn't that working? No, that should work. So we do,
But yeah, you can't go back. So you actually need to put it in a different state.
DV shows find artist name. That should work. Why is that not working?
Yeah, that's where I was
Yeah.
stuck. It just doesn't like that. I think it just doesn't like that it was inserted in an array.
Well, no, it should be fine with that. I swear I've done that
Maybe
before.
maybe we didn't insert the array.
Yeah, that should be okay.
Maybe name should mimic.
It doesn't know what's in artist. That should work. Let me look again at the. See, because this one has a similar kind of thing. It has an array of in stock where it has two values, warehouse and quantity. Warehouse and quantity, all in the in stock thing. So down here, it's just curly brace in stock, warehouse. Now, I don't know that that would matter.
Yeah. No, I did not.
The boot camp. Good job. Exam. What are we doing?
I'm going to quote these just to see if it makes a difference.
Yeah. Yeah, this is location.
Actually, you know what, do first.
Do it at first.
Yeah.
Still didn't do anything.
That space up there, the front between the caret and the DB, that doesn't matter.
Shouldn't.
Okay.
Though you never know.
That's fine.
I don't know why this is, oh, but then I didn't, I swear I copied that one.
Oh.
I know there's a keystroke to get it to the beginning, but I don't remember what it is. No. I don't know why that's not working. If you can't get it to work, just,
Oh, I just chose a different band.
yeah, it worked?
No, I just chose a
You
different band. I chose one that was not embedded in the array.
Oh, okay. I will try to figure that out, though. That doesn't, I swear I've done that before and it worked just fine, so I don't know what the problem is. I wonder if,
Yeah, so this is the query.
I have one other slight change.
Yeah, but. Oh, yeah.
Just handle that. But I didn't speak. We can't quite do it like this. I just call it.
That's it.
But maybe we will get for instead, we will get that they even email all the answers. We just get the even email all the answers. It says that was what those are.
Oh.
Make it bigger.
Is there a way to,
Let's try this. Why is that blue?
Yeah.
That worked.
Yeah.
okay, so it just needs to be artist dot.
Yeah, so because it's a sub-object, I guess we're doing a dot notation.
Okay.
This works. Artist dot name and then the value.
Okay. Interesting. There you go.
Took me a long time to figure that out though. So I knew I'd done these before. So it's the object name dot field name and then value.
Well, and then you feel better about it being able to figure it out.
Yeah. So most of the people are quietly ignoring me and working, which is great. So and that's fine. I'm going to just say, you know, give it your best shot. It's our last thing here. I'm going to kill the video, which has been mostly watching me flounder.
Again.